This is DigiVision Network.
This is DigiVision Network with Byron Gabi. I'm Dr. Tubidaba. Like I promised you that today we're going to be having a special guest on the show as our guest of the week. And we're going to be discussing issues that borders around ICT, about education, and what have you on the show. And it's no other person than Senator Yakubu Oseni, representing Kogi Central Senatorial District. You are welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much. You are welcome to my noble office. You're welcome.
All right. So, for official purpose, sir, could we meet you?
Well, thank you. I'm Senator Yakubu Oseni. I represent the very hardworking and peace-loving people of Kogi Central. Personally, to know little about me, I hail from a local government in Kogi Central called Adabi local government. Though I was born and brought up in a village called Opogo in Central. And my primary and secondary school, of course, in my local area of Opogo and Okene. And I enrolled in the famous Yahaya Bello University for my first degree, where I backed my first degree in economics, BSc economics. And it might interest you to know that I graduated best from the school in 2000, not only in the Department of Economics in the faculty at large. And I served as a copper in this National Assembly, sometimes 2002. And as fate have it, I'm here today at this high level. We thank God, give glory to God on that. And I joined First Bank of Nigeria, PLC then, now First Bank of Nigeria Limited. And I worked there for like 13 years when I joined my able and dynamic governor, Governor Yahaya Bello, in Kogi State, sometimes in 2016, where I was given a very important arm of the government, uh, uh, the government, so to say, and which is the revenue aspect of it, because in government, we have two legs: we have revenue and we have expenditure.
Yes.
So, and at state level, we have in the revenue aspect, of course, it's into two. I have the one for the federal allocation, and we have the one that you generate internally. I was given the internally generated revenue aspect, and we did extremely well, and we thank God, and I give glory to God Almighty, and I dedicate all my achievement here to Him for giving me the opportunity to serve my people. And so far, so good. While we're here, we're able to do some uncommon things that so many people couldn't do. Maybe it might not be deliberate. There are differences between look and see. Everybody look, but it's not everybody that can see.
Yes.
So, fortunately for us, we're able to look and see and pick for our people what we met here.
Thank you very much. Let us go to the main conversation now. You are the Chairman, Senate Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity. What can you say about the growth of ICT in Nigeria in the past 20 years?
See, thank you very much. I'll say something about this in twofold. You know, globally now, we're in the world of ICT. The world is going digital, has gone digital. And of course, Nigeria cannot afford to be at the passenger seat. So we have to be at the driver seat also. And we thank God for Mr. President for being able to see and pick Ali Badami to head that all important sector that is communication and digital economy. It was formerly just Ministry of Communications. And being a very learned person and a very educated person in terms of very informed globally, worldwide in terms of ICT, he was able to come up with a memo to add digital economy, and it is now called Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, where my committee fall under. And he has really done tremendously well in terms of growing ICT in Nigeria. Virtually in Nigeria, you will see that most remote areas and all that, they are not informed about what ICT is all about. But he was able to take ICT to doorstep of everybody, and knowing fully that the world is deviating from the usual oil-based economy or whatever to ICT-based economy. There are some economy today that they don't have oil, they don't have solid mineral, they don't have anything, but they are doing very well in terms of development, being earning their revenue from ICT. And if you are to mention the world, the world richest people today, they are not in oil. They are in ICT. Or to talk of Bill Gates and the rest of them, they are not in oil sector. They are not in any other sector. They are not in tourism, but they are in ICT. So he was able to do that. In the recent time from 2019 to 2021, we have not seen the statistics for this year. You can see that ICT has really contributed over 17% to our GDP. You can imagine that, and take a look at the other parameters that are contributing to the bottom line. You see that ICT is almost at the top of it. Then, when you are to look at, of course, in any emerging economy, ICT is an emerging economy. In any emerging economy, of course, there must be threats here and there, because when you are growing in any field, of course, definitely there must be attendant consequences that there. There are a lot of cyber crime challenges and all that. And that is why I will recommend and I will make sure that I will work on it in this ninth National Assembly before it comes to other things. That we should include in the curriculum of our schools, right from primary, even right from nurses, the ICT in their curriculum, so that they will see it as part and parcel of the knowledge. They will grow with it. And of course, the moral has to be there also. The moral aspect of it, that the knowledge you are going to get, you are going to gather from this sector. You can. It's not only for committing crimes, and also we need a kind of creating awareness in the print media, news media, and social media. Let's tell our children, our youth, that this knowledge that we're using in committing crimes can equally be used to earn your living legitimately. You can be in your village. I don't know your village. You can be in my village, as remote as it is, and you can be working in the UK. You can be working in Canada. You can be working in US, anywhere across the world, and you can be earning in hard currency. You'll be earning per hour, and legitimately, and you'll be living a good life in your environment. So This COVID-19 has actually exposed the world to ICT, that you can actually sit at home and do whatever you want to do, and you add to the bottom line. And we need to do more so that the rate of crime, cyber crime, can be reduced in Nigeria. Because Nigerians were very brilliant. Our youth are very brilliant, so we can channel, we can retailor this brain towards legitimate means of earning. It's the same thing. The knowledge you use to create to commit crime is the same knowledge that you use to earn your living and work freely in the society, and you won't be helping others. You don't need to be running away, be hiding in your hideout. No, you don't need it.
Thank you very much. Okay, now let's talk about the um, Nigeria State University. We know that Nigeria battles a lot of challenges when it comes to solid minerals in Nigeria. And for you to have sponsored this bill among many others that you have sponsored, you must have something in mind. So what is that thing that triggered this move to want a university that will focus mainly on steel in Nigeria?
You see, thank you for this very important question. See, there's one problem we have in this country, and unless and until we solve it, I don't think we can easily get out of this quagmire that we are in. If you want to solve a problem, you have to face it squarely and solve it. Yes, we want to diversify our economy from mono economy to diversify. And I don't have problem of diversifying into agriculture. Nigeria is so blessed in terms of agriculture that you, as you are standing, you can go to your backyard and plant anything without fertilizer and get something out of it. Everybody is a potential farmer. You can produce what you eat. I produce what I and my family eat today. I am a farmer too. So, if we really want to move as a nation and we want to diversify, and let me tell you, there's no nation that can grow without being industrialized. If you see, Nigeria, I'm afraid for Nigeria. You know what? Our population is growing geometrically, but the means to sustain this population, if it is growing at all, is growing arithmetically. Then, how do you sustain it? How do you curb crime? If you like, use the whole budget. Buy ammunition. Buy anything you want to buy. It will continue. Come back to drawing board. Let's industrialize this nation. Let's revitalize the Jakarta. Let's do more in terms of as big as Nigeria today. We are still importing nails as small as nails. We are importing iron rods. We are importing steel. We are importing everything like this building that we are seeing now. Everything from scratch, except the cement that maybe we are still importing cement. I don't even know. It depends. So we are starting importing some, but even the chemical that they use for in the cement factory, we are importing everything. Is that supposed to be? And we want to grow. How do you grow? We are constructing railway from Abuja to Kaduna, from Kaduna to Kano, from Kano to Libya, from everywhere and we are importing as heavy as the slippers on the iron, as heavy as we are importing something that we can produce in Nigeria here and use to construct whatever you want to construct. You can see the trillions of the billions and trillions of naira that we are pumping into it. I don't have a problem with that. But it's something that we can do internally and save a lot when we industrialize, when Ajakuta is working, when our steel is working, when everything is working, we can, we now talk of employment opportunities. These are things that has chain effects. Chain effect. If Ajakuta is working today and they tell you that the specialized or skilled workers, for example, is 10,000 at the start, and I'm telling you that the semi-skilled and unskilled workers that you will engage will be running in millions. Then why would crime be reduced? When you go to work in the morning and you come back night tired, can you think of crime? No. So those are the things we are talking about, and those are the things that informed me to say, okay, not well, if actually I know quite okay that I don't know how sincere government is on it, but we have started talking about it. The government have started talking about it that they want to start a Jakarta. Then I am being proactive in establishing this in specialized university, so that at the end of the day we don't need to start importing again expertise that is coming to work for us again. So I am being proactive that okay, when this university is there, this university will be producing our manpower that we are going to use for this. We have University of Petroleum because we have oil. Then what is bad in it if you have a University of Steel that can even that is to me that is even far important that of University of Transportation. What are you transporting that you are having in university for that you can't have a steel university? Those are specialized universities. If I'm not mistaken, if it is established today, steel university, it's not only going to fit only Nigerians, all the neighboring countries, all the church in Africa. I don't think we have such a university anywhere. It's going to be a specialized university. So why are we not looking at the right place? Unfortunately, Nigerians were too quick in a quick win. We're all so timid in a way that we only look at quick win, where we can just pay cash. Where we can pay cash. We don't have plan for our teaming the future. We don't really have time to sit down and say, come on, this is the right time to industrialize. All this money that we're borrowing, if we take, even if 20% of it goes into our steel, is it that? If you borrow money and we put it in agriculture that you can farm and feed yourself. What are you mechanizing? Then where is it in the first place? All those money has to go into these places. Come back to we have a lot of bills that speak about iron and steel and even solid minerals because I love my country and I know that one day somebody somewhere will sit down and see substance in what I'm doing and say, cool, let's pick this, let's pick this, let's pick this. And we'll see how it will work for Nigeria. I don't think there is any state in this country that doesn't have one or two forms of solid mineral in commercial quantity today. If we didn't want to diversify. Why I sponsored a bill also seeking to establish solid mineral bank, Nigerian Solid Mineral Development Bank.
Development Bank, yes.
Yes, it's a specialized bank. You see, there are other specialized banks that are not even serving the purpose that is being established. But today, if we have this and we source for fund and all that, we are running this, there are so many artisan miners that can benefit from this. There is no commercial bank that will give a startup capital to anybody, to any graduate that have not started any business at all, and you will go and meet any commercial bank today and say that you want to go and start a business, you want a startup capital, they will not give you because it's the risk is too high. But Solid Mineral Development Bank can give you a startup capital when they have established that okay, you have this site, you can actually start artisan mining activities and all that. You can be exporting all this if we cannot use them locally. If we refuse to establish industries that are using all this, you can start exporting all this. And a fresh graduate will not even be thinking of going to sit in one place that is working for somebody for 30 days before you give him peanuts. Everybody will want to work for himself. When there's this facility from this bank where the interest will be at a single digit and there will be a moratorium of 18 months, like, this is the only way we can help our youth. Today we are talking of crime here and there. Go to Kano today, go to Lagos, go to Kwara, go to Kaduna, and see so many of moribund industries. Those are industry in those days that when you see people closing from work, see flood of people moving. Then where are those people there when these industries have closed? Are you telling me that all of them have died? They've not died, they are still living. Then why should we allow all these factories to die? Why government, when we borrow all this money that we're borrowing, why can't we apportion some percentage of this money to revitalize all these moribund companies so that our people, our children, should start working for ourselves and be getting something. So those are the reasons why we are trying to do what we are doing. At least this is our time. We have to do our own. We have to satisfy our conscience that, we're able to see this, we're able to put this on paper. The record will be there that during 9 senators, there is one senator from Kogi Central, an economist, a renowned economist. He was here, he was able to look at the nation at general, he has the interest of Nigeria at heart. He was able to put this on paper because I'm not the one to implement it. If I'm the one to implement it, I know the thought will have been up and running since. But I'm not the one to implement. My own is to do the paperwork. I've done, and it's on record. God knows that I've done my own. So we're doing all this to make sure that the posterity will be there to judge us tomorrow. And those that have the power to execute it, that refuse to do, the posterity is still the same thing.
All right, thank you very much. Now let's talk just 2 more questions, and I think it has to do with politics. Another election is around the corner. Some individuals have shown interest. One is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we are hearing news that His Excellency too, that's the governor of executive governor of Kogi State, has such interest as well. Concerning that 2023 presidential election, what do you think? And how would you advise youth to think so that a credible person, a competent person can be elected?
Well, thank you very much. It's a very important question also. You see, power belongs to God and He gives whoever He will. But we have the willpower to choose, for God to choose for us. God give us the will to say, okay, this is what you want. If God now look at it and see that it's good for you, He will not choose for you. That is why people says, the clergyman says, the voice of man is the voice of God. Well, 2023, of course, many people, it's not only the 2 people that we mentioned. So many people have indicated interest. It's always like that. Life is always like that. Anything power, everybody wants it. But what we, the people, what do we need? That is a very big question for me. Like my governor that you talk about, Governor Yahaya Bello, that you talked about. So many people across all stratas of human beings, both youth, the young and the old, the women folk, the clergymen and the traditional rulers, they're calling on him quite a bit. I'm aware of it, of that. But he has told them continuously, consistently, that he will answer as at when due. And of course, I am one of those that is equally calling him. It's not only everybody that I mentioned. I am one of them because I happen to serve under him and I'm still serving under him. And I know that all that I have mentioned so far, if it is him, I won't be sitting here complaining again. Because I know I'll be there also to still tell him that C, A, B, C, as an economist, this is what we can do to better this nation. This is what we can do to get youth on the right track. It's not a social media thing. It's something you can see, feel, and touch. So I am one of those that is calling him, but he has not answered us. But we are praying day and night for him to answer us because we need to move this nation. We want to put this nation on a fast lane because we are so backwards. If you travel to other countries, even the neighboring countries, African countries, you wait for this country. Not that we don't have it, we have everything. More than any other country that we feel that they are doing well today. So I believe in him. I have worked with him and I believed in him. I don't know other candidate. I have not worked with any other candidate. I don't know what they have for Nigeria, but I know as an economist, when I say economist, a renowned economist, a professional economist, I know that Yahaya Bello can face this country.
That's interesting, and hopefully by the time he answers, we wish him all the best.
Amen.
Wish him all the best. Okay, so lastly, now, what should the people of Kogi Central be expecting from you in the coming election? What would you be looking forward to offering them, judging from what I've done in the last 3 years and in the last 1 year preceding the election, and what should they be expecting from you afterwards?
Well, like I told you, so far so good. My campaign promise is one. When I was campaigning, I didn't tell them I'm going to build castle, I'm going to build roads across a hill. No, I didn't do that. My only campaign is one. That was whatever, when I'm here, whatever belongs to them, I'll give it to them. I'll take it to them. And so far so good. I have even done beyond my campaign promise. Because it's not only what belongs to them here that I've taken to them. I have lobbied, I have gone beyond, I've gone extra mile to get dividend of democracy to them. And my boss is still alive, is still healthy, is still there as my boss, and he will remain my boss. So when time comes, whatever him, because he is one of the constituents too, I am serving him. He's part of my constituency. He's in my constituency. So I am still serving him. So him and my people will still talk to say, okay, we still have assignment for you, or otherwise. So whatever it is, we are ready to take, and we believe that. They said, good work. If you are doing a good work, you deserve more work. So we hope, because we are still very young and agile and still ready to serve them the more. We are available. But whatever him, my boss, and the other constraints, whatever they said, Alhamdulillah,
We are ready to go, right?
thank you
All
very much.
right. Thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate this opportunity. And we hope that if we call on you another time, you will oblige us.
Thank you so much.
All right. That was Senator Yakubu Oseni, who is representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, who has been talking to us on a number of issues. Peradventure you have missed this interview, I will implore you to just go straight to our YouTube channel at www.dgvisionnetwork.com to watch and enjoy it and also learn from it as well. On this note, we put a curtain on this show for today. My name remains Gideon Tureba. Until I come your way again next time, be safe and stay out of trouble. Bye for now.
This is DG Vision Network.